Hola, soy yo, Vicky, otra vez. It's me, Vicky, again. Or, hello, it's me, Vicky Marie. Depends which channel you're watching this video on. So I'm going to put this video out to both my channels. I'm going to put it out to my Vicky Marie Chats channel and also to my Spanish and English with Vicky channel, because I think it'll be interesting for the subscribers on both channels. So the news in Spain today is that Pedro Sanchez, love him or hate him, and I realised from the last video that I did, which is very polarising. You know, lots of people like him, lots of people don't like him. There's so many divisions in Spain. It's, you know, just similar to British politics, really, this sort of real division, you know, and everybody's got very strong opinions about Pedro Sanchez. It seems like they either think he's great or they think he's terrible. There doesn't seem to be anything in the middle. Anyway, so he has been elected again as Prime Minister of Spain, and he secured 179 votes. Yeah, 179 votos out of 350. So he's there after all these weeks. He has won the vote and he will lead Spain for another term as Prime Minister. A lot of people very angry about it, very, very angry. Anyway, so he has got 4-seat majority. And this all came, the only reason he's got that majority is because of the amnesty deal for the Catalans who were involved in that failed bid to secede from Spain. So technically, really, the Conservative Party, the Partido Popular, they actually won the elections in July, but their leader, he failed to form a majority. So their leader is Alberto Núñez Feijóo. I hope I've pronounced that right. Feijóo. I may not have pronounced it right. I'm sorry. Anyway, he failed to form a majority. Now, Pedro Sanchez, as I said in the last video, though many people dispute it, he says that the amnesty deal helps heal wounds with Catalonia. But of course, his critics say it's just self-serving way of him to continue in power for another 4 years. So his opponents are fuming, furious, and they say this will trigger another bid for secession and it will threaten Spain's territorial unity. So it's a very precarious moment for Spain. So where the socialist MPs applauded their leader as the result of the vote was confirmed, but outside MPs were booed by protesters as they came out of the Spanish Congress building. So yeah, it's the people that are angry. The people have been out there protesting. And I think they'll continue protesting at least for a while, because I can see from the comments that I had on the video that I made. And I have no preference one way or another. I mean, to me, I only know what, you know, Spanish people have got their strong opinions. And I could see that they were putting opinions on my video as if, you know, I'm not saying he's right or the other party's wrong. I'm just saying this is a very fine balance. So, yeah, tens of thousands of Spanish people took part in protests last weekend, and it seems likely they will continue protesting. Anyway, he says that he's brought into the American sort of argument. He's linked to these attempts to question the legitimacy of his new government to part of a global trend. Now, it's true that if Mr. Feijóo would have won with 4 votes, you know, we would have had to, everyone would have had to accept the legitimacy of that vote. So sometimes people don't want to accept a narrow majority when it doesn't go in their favour. Same with Brexit. So he said that he referred to the presence of the Fox News anchor Tucker Carlson was outside the Socialist Party headquarters in Madrid at a protest. So he says we've seen this in the United States, in Brazil, in other parts of the world, where there's a political right and a far right. This is what he says, I'm not saying it, who do not accept the result of elections. So several socialist members of parliament were chased and had eggs thrown at them as they left a cafe, and delegates were advised to look after their personal safety. I mean, that is not correct. You know, you shouldn't be threatening violence to people. That's not good. Anyway, so they're calling him a dictator. And buses hired, this is what it says here, buses hired by right-wing Catholic organisation Hazte Oír, and that is make you listen, means in English, drove past the Congress building with anti-Sanchez messages on them, and they are comparing him to Adolf Hitler. Sanchez dictator. So it's a very fragile government. Whether he'll be able to sustain it throughout the term is another matter. And there is the Podemos party is part of a broad left-wing alliance called Sumar, Add Up, which is part of the new ruling coalition, but they have not been invited to run any of the ministries in the new government. So she said, this Belara, who's part of this party, said that the Socialist Party likes a leftist regime, a docile left that does whatever the Socialist Party wants. So there you go. That's what's happened in Spain today. That's the news from Spain. Pedro Sanchez has been voted in by just 4 votes, 4 seats. So it's very fragile. Whether he'll be able to pull it off or not, I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought you'd like to know. So te veo muy pronto en el próximo video y hasta entonces que tu Dios vaya contigo. I'll see you very soon in the next video. And until then, may your God, I nearly said may your dog go with you, because you know dogs. I hope your dog goes with you as well, but also your God. Bye. Adios.